All right, give that controller a try.
It
Looks
is
like it's working.
Yes, it is Holloween.
That's right.
Since I felt like doing a Hollow Knight stream at some point in this year, I thought I'd play through the game tonight. Get you some achievements for your Steam account.
Yes, thank you. I need to up my gamer score.
Oh yeah. All right.
Oh, this is just. Right.
That's fine. I think my best time for this game is just over 2.5 hours, and I imagine we'll go a little longer than that tonight.
Okay.
Hopefully not too much longer. And I definitely know where I could shave time, but I'm taking a route that I know I can execute probably without dying.
We've got 3.5 hours left of Halloween.
Yes.
So
there's a poem. Important lore information. I'm sure you've seen Hollow Knight streams from various YouTubers and whatnot before. I don't know how much you know about the game.
Yeah, I've never played it myself, but I've watched a lot of streams of it.
It's easily my favorite Metroidvania.
Yeah, it seems very good.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to do a stream sometime this year. I was hoping we'd get more info about Silksong, but so far nothing yet.
Yeah.
But there's like one achievement I have left in the game that I haven't managed to finish yet.
Oh, okay.
It's like the hardest one. So I was thinking sometime I could do streams just of attempts.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe once we finally get like a release date for the sequel, we can do something like that, and we'll run up. All right, time for gameplay.
Well, we'd have to make sure we're recording your PC so you actually get the achievement instead of me.
Yeah,
that'd be very funny.
I have not actually routed out the money I will need for this run, and it's flexible too.
So this is any percent we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometime we could do a true ending playthrough. When I got the speedrun achievement for that, I think it took me 8 hours.
So that's not the hardest one?
No. Okay. Hardest one is there's a the last DLC for this added a boss rush.
Oh,
and
okay.
There's a boss rush that's every boss in the game, but a lot of the bosses have special harder versions that only show up in that
okay.
Boss rush. And if you finish that, you get different endings, like special bonus endings. And I haven't been able to beat that boss rush yet. I'm up to the last boss rush, but I haven't even gotten to like the final boss in it yet. It's very hard. It's not really a Metroidvania unless you break all the scenery to see in the background.
I haven't really played a good Metroidvania in a while. I really should.
I like the genre. I usually try to check out a couple during Next Fests. Find some good ones.
I just like the idea of like a big, a continuous space.
Yeah, and I think the reason I love this one so much is just because it has like one of my favorite spaces to explore and really forces you to do that. And even though this is sort of a speed run, we have to talk to Elderbug to bless the run.
Okay.
If you like just run past him, he makes a sad noise, so you can't have that.
It's like a Walmart greeter.
Yeah. This is the guy that sells you maps, but we're just gonna ignore him for the entire run.
Okay. Maps are optional.
Yeah. They're useful, but I've played this game enough. I know where I'm going most of the time. I have started trying to learn the various speedrun skips for this game, but I can't do any of them consistently, so it'll probably be faster if I just stick to like a regular route and just not die a bunch trying to swim in acid.
This
First
boss?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's actually a breakable wall in this arena, so if you don't want to kill him, you can just escape the fight. But
Okay.
and I think that's usually what you do on the speedrun, but I'm killing him because I want the money and because the threat I'm doing with the key drops.
Okay. So he drops a key that lets you use an alternative path.
Well, it's actually the main path, but there's like other ways to go on the speedrun. Like almost every place in this game has multiple ways to enter it. So like he has a key that lets you get in the front door of the City of Tears zone, but you can like get in through the back door. You know where it is.
Oh. No, it's a little body.
A little guy in there. I'll wait around for the other Easter egg you can see after you beat him. Any second now.
Oh, it's a bug on the stick.
It's Mace Bug.
Nice. Everything's a bug.
Everything's a bug.
It's like the cake meme.
Yes. This game has a lot of bugs. And some mushrooms, but mostly bugs. Some spooky skulls for Halloween. Friendly snail. Oh, nasty. Gonna give me a nasty little spell.
Snail shaman. Now snail isn't a bug, but it is an icky little critter.
Yes.
So I guess
it's pretty bug adjacent.
Yeah.
You would definitely toss a snail into a witch's brew, I feel.
Yeah.
All right. Normally we have to talk to him, and he gives us a quest to let us out of here, but we can just go do the quest.
Oh, okay. Did he just like teleport you?
He drug us here while we were passed out.
Oh, okay.
After we picked up that spell, we passed out.
Nice.
Oops. Fallen. Oh, fell. Oh. Damn. Being sloppy.
You can heal yourself. That's nice.
Yeah. You heal yourself with the white goo in the upper left there. And you get it back by hitting enemies.
Oh, okay. That's nice. That's good. Rhythm kind of reminds you of Bloodborne.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of... This game gets compared to Dark Souls quite a bit. It's kind of hard, and you lose your currency on death.
Oh,
but I think Bloodborne is probably a closer comparison. This guy curls up when you get near him, so you have to get...
So this has got like the couch guys in Yakuza games.
Yes. So you can't beat them until you get your fireball. Unless you like do some really sneaky exploits to sequence break. Which, see, here's where he asks us to kill the thing we just killed.
Oh, okay.
But, see, we've already done that before he even asked. And now we're free. And that thing we just picked up is a charm. That's sort of like the customization system here.
Oh, okay.
This one just... soul is like the resource we use for healing and for casting fireballs. So this just, we generate more of it when we hit stuff.
Cool.
There's another one of these guys blocking off this path, so we need a fireball before we can come here. Classic Metroidvania blocking.
Yeah. So how did you learn that fireball?
Oh, the snail.
Oh, that's
just
what
gave it to us.
I see. That's what you got from Snail Man.
Yeah.
Snail Man, which I assume is a Mega Man boss in one of the games.
It feels like it should be. There's definitely a snail in one of the Mega Man X's.
That's true, yeah.
There she is. Silk Song herself.
Silk Song.
Oh, hey, that worked out fine. There's a skip you can do there with your fireball, but I'm out of soul and I'm bad at it, so I'm just not going to bother trying. It would probably be a waste of time.
I like the idea of just beating on an enemy but not killing him just to get soul back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really. It's not taking much time at all for me to just kind of see and understand how the systems all work with each other pretty elegantly. The soul and the charms and stuff.
Yeah.
I can just from seeing other similar games, I can see all a number of ways it could have been more complicated or less.
Yeah. I've seen people say that the combat in this lacks depth a bit, but I think it's pretty good. It's got a very simple set of basics, but there's a lot you can do with just the movement and of course all the charms. And just hitting buttons feels good and responsive.
Yeah. Also, kind of interesting how they're able to kind of make all these different zones diverse, despite what seems like a pretty strict color palette.
Yeah. Usually each zone sort of has its own sort of distinct color. But even within that, they find a way to vary things up. This is sort of like shields, I guess you could say, or temporary health. You can't heal these back, but oops, didn't want to fall down there.
Oh, I see the little blue ones up there.
Yeah.
Is this another boss?
No, this is just a stronger enemy. This is technically the second boss.
Okay.
It's Chun and our friend. Now I say technically because he's dead.
Okay.
I can't do a lot of quick kills, but I can get that one done pretty fast. Also, you can talk to that guy after he's done being chewed on, but he's kind of a jerk.
No.
Also, if you don't fight this boss and go do some other stuff, you can come back and find the skull of Zote the Mighty.
Oh, okay. And that's who that is?
That is, yes.
He does look a little grumpy.
Zote has a little side quest. There's a lot of bosses that look like you kind of have to fight on because they're on sort of the critical path, but There's actually very few bosses you really need to fight in the main playthrough. This is where the fast travel point is for this zone, but we're not coming back here, so I'm just going to skip it. And here she is. Seen you creeping through the undergrowth, stalking me. This old kingdom, a terrible thing awakens. I can smell it in the air. I know what you are. I know what you tried to do. I can't allow it. Say bye. We get the Mothwing Cloak. Is our dash ability.
Okay. Yeah, because there's also some pretty tricky platforming in this game too, right?
There's a few sections. We can avoid a lot of them this run. Now we've got some cryptic text happening. Some spooky ghosts. What were you doing there?
Something's chasing me.
Yep, it's one of these.
Oh, okay. Watching you just go through and skip enemies kind of reminds me of one of the things I like about Metroidvanias, where it's not just about combat, but about navigating a space.
Yeah.
And I like a lot. And it's funny, like I've been reading up a lot about Half-Life, and a lot of consensus is it seems people hate the levels where it's mostly navigation and not combat. And I just don't feel that way at all. That's one of my favorite things about Half-Life level design. It's more about navigating through an interconnected space rather than just the combat.
Yeah, especially the Half-Life series has such unique spaces to navigate.
Yeah.
Also, we beat a boss just then.
Oh, okay.
Sort of. It's one of those bosses that's really just like a hard enemy.
Oh, okay.
But this is like maybe the easiest boss in the game.
Will they show up as like regular enemies later?
No.
Oh.
This is just like a big version of those like green bushy guys that were chasing me. Like those are called Moss Charters, and that was the massive Moss Charter. I just fight him because I want the money.
So mercenary.
Yes. But also, like, I didn't actually kill anyone there because there was actually a bunch of little guys and a bunch of leaves. You see them run away after you boss. Alright, this is Quirrell. He's an important NPC, but we haven't talked to him yet. And we don't really need to talk to him, but he's important later, so we might as well get to know him. There's another NPC here, but we don't need to bother with her because she's not important. Is there a fast travel point? We'll talk to our fast travel point eventually, but we don't need to yet.
So, just talk about Half-Life now. I just gave me the thought, I wonder if anybody's ever made, like, a first-person shooter that's like a Metroidvania, and they have. It's called Metroid Prime.
Yeah. I wish there were more, like, examples of that genre, though. I feel like
that would be
definitely something that people could do more with. I mean, there are, of course, first-person shooters that have, more of an exploration focus, but there's no real, like, ability gating or that sort of thing. Go up here. We're in the mushroom town now. The fungal wastes.
I see.
Those guys are cute. I feel bad for them.
Yeah, they make fun noises. Sound like Shy Guys. Oh, it's a thick little mushroom man.
These ones, unfortunately, we can't get past because we're locked in.
That's right. I heard Dark Souls also has, like, chubby mushroom men.
It does.
That are, like misleadingly strong.
Yeah.
You don't expect them to hit as hard as they do.
They dropped a charm notch. He lets you equip more charms. But we only have the one now, so...
I was wondering if there's something that lets you, like, expand the amount of charms you can use.
I think you start with 3 slots, and charms have different costs.
Oh, okay. It's like a currency.
Yeah. Like the one I have equipped right now, I think takes 2 slots. Alright. This looks like it'll be a boss fight, but it's just a friendly person.
Yeah, I was gonna say. A big, imposing guy just spawning in the middle of a large arena.
Yeah, no. Just a cute friend.
Yeah.
Bouncing. Oh, there goes Silksong. We could follow her there, and she, like, collapses a bridge, but I know it's going to happen, so I don't need to see the story.
Just like Knuckles.
Yes. She is, I don't say this likely, exactly like Knuckles.
Nice. Can be voiced by Idris Elba.
A slightly less sexy Knuckles.
Yeah.
Dashed right into some acid. Here's some mantises. I like the mantises.
She's not as much of a fighting freak.
Yeah. Sort of lore important, but not really, since we're not really going to get into them more much. But these are like some of the only enemies you fight in the game, and who, when you hit them, they don't give off orange particles; they give off white instead.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
The lore is very cryptic in this. I don't know if it's directly Dark Souls inspired, but it's one of the many points of comparison people make.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of been considered a Dark Souls brushstroke.
Yeah. Alright. We have our wall climb ability now. I always thought this one was interestingly placed because you don't have to fight the boss in this zone to get it. And in fact, we're not going to fight the bosses for this zone, even though they're like one of my favorite bosses in the game. And they have a souped up version in the final boss rush that is, I think, maybe my favorite boss fight in any game.
Nice.
Yes. It's they're the Mantis Lords normally. You fight, there's 3 of them, you fight one of them by herself to start with, and then after you beat the first one, the other 2 fight you at the same time.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna unlock them anyway, because I don't know why I do this, but I just like to in case I ever come back this way. Oh.
It's nice.
The souped up version in the boss rush is you fight one, then after you beat her, you fight all 3 of them at the same time. And they don't actually really change anything about their patterns. It's just extremely frantic and intense.
Yeah, I'll bet.
So yes, if you beat the boss, they actually survive, but then the mantises honor you, and you can just walk around without having to fight any of them.
Oh, that's cool. So it's funny you mentioned that's your favorite boss fight, because a stream we'll be doing later this year is going to have my all-time favorite boss fight in it.
I'm looking forward to that. Alright. There's no real important reason to come down here, but I like the charm you get down here for this run. And I also try to pick up a couple health upgrades, and you can get one here. If those things hit you, they deal 2 points of damage, so they can be annoying. Especially if you're about to do a somewhat tricky platforming section.
Oh yeah, that is kind of something different than what I kind of expect of similar games, is that the health isn't really granular.
Yeah.
It's very straightforward. It's almost kind of like a Kaizo game in that sense.
Yeah. And the health works similarly to the Zelda games, or at least health upgrades you find for like fragments of something. Oh,
okay.
And then once you get all 4, you get another mask. We just rescued Bretta. She doesn't give us anything now, but once we get it back up to the starting town, she gets a house there.
Oh, okay.
And there's a piece of mask in there. And also she starts writing fan fiction about us.
Oh, good.
Because she has a big ol' crush.
Nice. I think one byproduct that I like about the sort of health, where you just have like a limited amount of hits you can take, is that it forces the designers to design combat around being only able to take limited hits, and therefore have like very clear telegraphs. And all that. That's something I really appreciate.
Really feel that in this, I think. A lot of attacks are just very well telegraphed, even if they're going to come out pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the, or not a lot, but a few of the like harder or end game bosses do double damage. You can also it's possible to equip. Oops, oh no, I saved it. You can equip more charms than you have slots for, but the result of that is you take double damage.
Oh, interesting.
It's called being overcharmed. I've never really done it because, if you've noticed, I take a lot of damage when I shouldn't. but it is another sort of little optional difficulty thing you can do. I know the 100% route does overcharm itself at some point. Just because at some point late in that route you need to equip a 5-cost charm, and the 100% speedrun doesn't pick up any charm slots.
Ah, okay.
So we just we used the city crest we got from that first boss to get in here.
Oh, okay. So big bug man who turned out to be a little bug man with a bug mace.
Yeah. I kind of just zoomed past it, but the sort of gate you insert the crest into is a statue of that guy.
Oh, nice.
He's called the False Knight here. There's an optional super boss version of him called the Failed Champion.
Oh, okay.
But we don't need to fight the Failed Champion for this run.
Yeah, but sometimes I feel like I've seen like other games with like a health bar that's more granular, and therefore kind of a larger buffer. See as an excuse to kind of design combat with like maybe more like unpredictable move sets, because they go with the assumption that you're gonna get hit and be allowed more hits.
Yeah.
So I think it's a nice byproduct of doing health this way.
Yeah. This game could be pretty hard, and like attacks could be difficult to deal with, but I think it's generally pretty fair, even with the harder stuff. This is our weapon upgrade guy. The first upgrade just costs some money, but after that you need to find a resource out in the world. I'll probably get 2 upgrades during this run, but I could probably do without the second one. I just like to make it comfy because I'm about consistency until I get better at skips and fighting stuff on low resources. Also, I'm not normally talking while I play, so I have to get better at that. Oh, I don't need to do this, but we can go watch the story cutscene. It's possible. I usually end up seeing this later. I just bump into it like late in the game.
Oh yeah,
it's like really out of place.
It's meant to be seen earlier.
Yeah, it's meant to be seen the first time you enter the city, but it's like the city has kind of a weird route you have to figure out how to traverse. I'll show it right after this. So you don't really need to see this. So once you come through here the second time, you usually skip it. Talk to Hornet. You've seen beyond the kingdom's bounds. Yours is a resilient spawn. 2 voids. Surprised then that you've managed to reach the heart of this world. In so doing, you shall know the sacrifice that keeps it standing. If, knowing that truth, you'd still attempt a role in Hallownest's perpetuation, seek the grave in ash, and the mark it would grant to one like you. Makes perfect sense. Memorial to the Hollow Knight. And if we had a map, that would put something on our map, but we don't.
Oh, okay.
We're at the point where the game sort of kind of sends you through like what are intended to be the first 4 zones, and then sort of loops back to the first one. And asks you to kind of start exploring with the abilities you've unlocked. So that's also a marker near for something important in the first thing you can go back and check out. And we'll see it at the very end of the game.
Readjust.
They're smart enough to fly away when you try to hit them with your nail. Or to hit you when you're picking up an item. I picked up sort of like the Hollow Knight equivalent of like a... I forget what they... You know those like souls in like Souls games? You can like... The items you can use to get a set number of souls.
Yeah, like disposable souls.
Yeah. I just got one of those basically.
Cool.
Unfortunately, in this game, you can't just like use them whenever they're like items you have to sell to an NPC. So we're gonna unlock that guy right now because he's right here.
I think Souls and I don't know if it's the case for all Dark Souls games, but I know in Dark Souls 3 you can also just straight up sell those disposable souls for the exact same value that you can consume them for.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
This is the guy you sell them to. Okay. And I'm just going to do it here because I'll need that money eventually. There's like 40 of these little caterpillar guys scattered throughout.
Yeah, I remember seeing these.
And you can rescue them and take them to their dad to get items and stuff.
Nice. Another boss?
No, this is just an annoying enemy. Soul sank them a special sub-area of the City of Tears. I'm opening up a shortcut that is annoying to open up.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
There's our map guy.
Elevator.
And I'm just opening this up because this is one of the places in the run where there's a decent chance I could die.
Okay. I've just spawned a bench you can sit at.
Yeah.
And those are basically like your bonfire.
Yeah.
Cool. Howdy, we're doing well. John's just showing me Hollow Knight, doing a any percent run.
So we've just reached this. And when I say any percent run, I'm not doing the actual like any percent route because if I was, we would not be here because the ability you get from here is not necessary for the actual speedrun route. It seems like it should be. But that route does some crazy stuff. I have done like most of the skips on the any percent routes like once or twice, but they are pretty tricky. I've managed to do the Queen's Garden acid skip one time, and then I died almost immediately after that. Okay, couldn't do it again. I'll talk about Queen's Garden acid when we reach that point in the game, because it is a neat skip that is really hard to do.
I'm intrigued.
There's also, since I haven't died, I haven't been able to show it off, but when you die in this game, you spawn a little black ghost wherever you die.
Oh, okay.
And one of the things the speedrun route does is you can, since that little ghost is an enemy, you can pogo off of it to get like height and do some cool skips. And there's one of them in the any percent run.
So do you like try to die in midair?
No, it'll follow you around a bit, so you just have to die kind of like near where you want the skip to happen.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Spawn right below. I don't need to go down here, but it's a shortcut route I want to have open in case I die. Oh, that thing we just fought in the previous room was also a boss, but it's a boss that's basically just a hard enemy.
Oh, okay.
The, what is his name? Soul Knight, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But this zone actually has a real boss we'll get to in a bit. One of the first big, like, new player killing bosses.
Oh, okay.
But, he's not so bad. As long as you don't panic. He's very good at provoking panic. So he...
So would it be like the tower gargoyles, maybe?
Yeah, I think...
In terms of, like, early difficult bosses.
I think that's probably a good comparison, yeah. I think I died to him like 4 or 5 times in my first playthrough.
Okay.
Which feels like similar to the tower gargoyles. You have to come down and let me hit you. It's the law. Forgot that was the third one. If I can get this guy to like teleport over here, I might be able to skip him. Take this slow because I'm a little low on health. But there's a like the first actually like good charm you can get in the game is up here.
Spell twister.
Yeah, it just makes all your spells cost less.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And if you've noticed, I like to fireball a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas, how do you feel about cat boys?
Well, I like cats.
Mm-hmm.
And
You've got one on you right now.
I'm kind of indifferent about boys, but I mean, I'm amenable to the idea.
Oh. And he's got cat ears.
Oh, okay.
Our Catboy King. It's a trick!
Oh my gosh. These two.
Fake out there. I usually just damage tank that part there.
Oh, okay.
See if I can kill him off before he gets back to the slams. Because it's hard to do damage during the slams.
Uh-huh. It's another fake out?
That would be funny if we break through this floor as well.
Yeah.
There's no fake out, but this guy does have an optional super form you can fight later on.
Oh, okay.
Which is mostly the same. Usually the optional super fights change a bit to make the bosses tougher. I think he's just a little faster.
Oh, okay.
He's like... Of those, there's like 3 bosses that have optional ghost fights in a dream world. And he's the one I don't really know the differences. The other 2 are pretty obvious.
That statue that you hit, is that just to like generate?
Yeah, these like totems are just around the world and they generate soul for you.
Okay.
If you smack them.
Neat.
Get money. This is just lore.
Oh, okay.
About experiments. Creepy experiments that resulted in strange ghost critters crawling and flying around. They, I think, have a bunch of those totems here just because this is meant to be the place that teaches you to use your ground pound. Don't want you to get stuck. That's also, I think, why a bunch of fairly easy enemies spawn.
Get hurt one of those caterpillars on your way down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and get him.
Okay.
I want to get 5 because I can get a piece of mask if I get 5. But I usually end up getting a couple extra because I can't help myself from saving grubs. They're very cute.
Yes. You just gotta break the jar.
Yep.
They find their own way back.
Yeah. We won't see any of them in this playthrough, but the only mimics in this game, instead of like pretending to be treasure chests, they pretend to be grubs.
Oh, okay.
So you'll break a jar and then get attacked by a weird slug monster instead of helping the little caterpillar. I always dash into that guy because I'm Russian. Go out through the secret exit I unlocked just because I can skip a combat room if I do it this way. Oh yeah, once you beat the boss of an area, the map guy leaves. If you haven't bought the map, you can go up to the town and buy it from his wife.
Oh, okay.
And then once you get all the maps in the game, you can go up there and he's sleeping, and it's cute. Oh, here's our friend Zote the Mighty.
Oh, yeah.
He still does not respect us. Calls us a soggy vagabond.
Yeah.
Zote the Mighty, a knight of great renown. Did not have any soul. I tried to fireball and nothing happened. I just got for later. I could just buy one, but I'm cheap. Now, finally, like halfway through the run, we're going to talk to our fast travel system.
Okay. Oh, this is like the
last stag.
Guy.
Yeah. Alright. We're going to go back to Queen Station first, because there's a mask fragment I can get now that I have various abilities. But also, I'm probably going to hurt myself in stupid ways while I try to get it. Yep. Okay, that wasn't so bad.
Okay, I see.
I'm gonna get a health upgrade before I make much more progression. Just I have enough, like, optional ones opened up. There was lore there. He talks about how he started to remember the pathways, and if we open up all the fast travel points, he might remember where his people's home station is.
Ah, okay.
And he does, eventually. He can go there and find a hatched egg. It's a very nice little moment. And then he changes his name from the last stag to Old Stag. He thinks he's not the last one anymore.
Gruz, mother.
Yep. If you want to see what a Gruz is, you'll find out pretty soon.
Okay.
This is a boss you can fight pretty early, so she's easy. You ready for some Gruz?
I guess so. Ah, okay.
This is where the one shade skip in the 80% run is. There's a hidden passage up there. Usually you come here the other way to unlock it. But if you kill yourself here from one of these enemies, your ghost will spawn around here, so you can lure it up over here and then bounce up onto a ledge you can't see right now.
Interesting.
Here's a lady that sells us charms.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy the best charm in the game.
Salubra.
Salubra.
Shaman stone.
Yes. I want a charm notch too. I'll have to come back for that. Shaman stone increases the power of your spells and makes them larger.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the best charms in the game.
Nice.
You can get it very early. Arguably the best. There's one charm that straight up increases your nail damage, that you lose it if you die. That one might be better. This is one of our main vendors. We just have to break him out of a strange orange fog, and he'll go up to the town above to sell us some stuff. Strange orange fog is sort of a recurring element among things in this game. I'm just going to go around and pick up a couple more grubs and a couple health upgrades. And then I'll go back up to the town up top and then go to the next zone. If I can remember where everything is. I don't want to go this way. Got turned around somewhere back there. mask fragment. I don't think I've routed this super well, but so there will be some doubling back, but that's okay. I just want to pick up 2 more grubs. I'm trying to think of. The 2 best ones to get are.
Okay, that one's not a mimic.
No. There's only like 5 mimics in the game.
Okay. How many of those guys are there?
Like 43, I think.
Oh, okay. It's quite a few.
Yeah. There's also a boss that's kind of like a super mimic, but
okay.
It's very easy to tell that it's he doesn't turn into a grub, and it's very easy to tell that it's going to be a boss and not something friendly. Let's see, there's a grub here, I think. Yes. And here's the grub father.
Oh, I see. Got a mustache.
Yep.
I'll see some stuff.
When you collect all the grubs and come back here, it at first looks like he's eaten all of them.
Oh god.
But then if you read various lore fragments, it turns out it's part of some like weird metamorphosis process these creatures go to.
Oh, okay.
And they sound pretty happy inside his stomach, so everything should be fine. Oh, I've done something stupid, but we can't really fix it now, so I'll fix it later. Yeah, that's another one of those things you can sell for money.
Okay.
This is where the fast travel point for this town is, but you have to travel to it and then unlock this door from the other side.
Oh.
And I haven't done that yet, so whoops. Here's the little fly guy we just rescued, so you can buy stuff now. I'm gonna buy this. It's a lantern. There's a couple dark rooms we'll need to navigate. Well, I think technically you can navigate them without the lantern. I can't. Now, normally I just fast travel to the point closest to where we're going, but I forgot to unlock that.
Well, when we started out, you had the option to adjust the brightness.
Yeah. This is the place interacting with that statue, which was on your map, the Temple of the Black Egg. We got these 3 masks. Although you probably don't remember it, and it's not really noticeable until you know the characters. These masks on the egg match up with the ghosts you see after the Hornet fight.
Oh, okay.
Trying to think of what the fastest way to get to the east end of Crossroads is. Probably just this way. Through the boss room. So I haven't unlocked a couple of the other gates yet. There's a little minor bug here you can talk to at the beginning of the game. Then she starts getting corrupted by strange orange light. That's what she's going through now. And eventually she turns hostile, but we're not going to interact with her, so she'll survive.
No, that's good.
Mila, that's her name. There's like a special, weird, I guess kind of pseudo speedrun route called Mila percent. She starts going crazy after you get the Descending Dark or whatever it's called. Desolate Dive right now, it upgrades to Descending Dark. And then she turns hostile after you get the next ability we're going to get. But there's a special run where you don't get either of those abilities, so she's actually perfectly fine at the end of the game. But it involves like some of the hardest skips that are possible to do in this game.
Oh my.
So if you want Mila to not have her brain infected, you have to go through some really tough shit. I can never help myself from saving the scrub, even though it is like wholly unnecessary. It loses time. It's also kind of just fun to ride the conveyor belts. There is actually a mimic in this zone, but I don't know if I can get to it without a different ability. And it's out of the way anyway. This is a boss that is very skippable, but if you don't fight him, you can never use this bench.
Oh, okay.
But I fight him for money. God, I don't have double jump. But he's fine. He just leaves. And you can fight an angrier version of him later. Oh, I forgot to get the last heart piece. I need to get a heart upgrade, or not heart, mask upgrade. I'll have to do that next time I'm in Dirt Mask.
Sorry, Ashley Parkour. I did not glance at chat recently. Yes, I can see you. We're doing well.
Just hollowing around.
Closing out Halloween season with Hollow Knight.
It's kind of a spooky game, and also it's got Hollow right in the name. That sounds like Hallow. This is maybe the easiest part in the run that I still die at sometimes because I'm bad at the platforming that happens here. So hopefully that doesn't happen because oh my god. And if I do die, I'll really regret not getting that health upgrade that I forgot to grab. Okay.
Nice.
Sometimes the timing on those lasers just doesn't seem to line up right, but it might just be me panicking. And now we have this sort of super dash flying ability. Okay, saved. I really hate these little guys.
Oh yeah.
One of the most annoying enemies in the game. Crystal Hunters, I think they're called.
Ah.
Here's our dark room.
Oh, you using your lantern for?
Yeah. You can kind of see it on my chest.
Oh yeah.
So progression is down this pit, but first I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. But then there's an upgrade for your dive attack in here. I'm gonna try to get it because it's extremely powerful, but this section is pretty hard.
Okay.
And I don't want to try to do it while my bladder is bothering me. in control of my little bug friend. All right. Let's give this a shot. The only way I've been able to do this consistently is to just go fast and try to ignore the enemies as much as possible.
Okay.
Getting that one dead will help a lot, because I think I'm past the worst of it. I say that before I go the wrong way and something terrible happens. You go up further, and we're here. Okay. That wasn't so bad. Another snail. This one's not doing as well as the one in Forgotten Crossroads, but it still gives us something spell related.
Oh, okay. So the snails are just associated with magic in general?
Yes, most of the magic and magic upgrades you get are snail related. Remember not to fall in the pit, or else we'll have to do that again. But yes, this upgrades your down spell attack. I would show it off, but I'm out of soul. But it makes it much larger, does more damage, and grants more iframes. Your dive attack gives you a ton of iframes, which makes it really useful. There's these masks again, and now we're trapped.
Oh no.
Check the vessel. The dreamers lay sleeping, Monomon the teacher, in her archive, surrounded by fog and mist. Lurian the watcher in his spire, looking over the city. Hera the beast in her den, amidst the deep darkness beyond the kingdom. Through their devotion, hallowness lasts eternal. So, our big objectives for the second half of the game. Going for the little shadow. What compels its climb out of the darkness? What compels its return to this sacred kingdom? A call from beyond the seals, by the vessel, or by that captive light? Would the seals break? They cannot be undone. But the vessel weakens. That plague springs anew. They must be undone. Yet still our seals remain. Our duty holds. It must be cast away. Our duty holds. It shall be done. And here they are again. Fade away, little shadow. Fade away, and let us sleep in peace. A strange dream realm. We fall. We just get back here.
Oh.
I really like the piece of music that plays in these dream sections.
Almost kind of makes me think of Braid.
Yeah, I can see that. What a terrible fate they've visited upon you. To cast you away into the space between body and soul. Will you accept their judgment and fade slowly away? Will you take the weapon before you and cut your way out of this sad, forgotten dream?
I'm going to start talking about nuclear bombs.
Yeah. It's very rapidly going to swerve into being an allegory for nuclear weapons at the end of the game. All right. All right. This is Seer. They're fairly important to the lore, but we don't really need to talk to them. I just did so accidentally.
Okay.
They just tell us to collect essence using the dream mail we just got, which is a thing we're not going to do at all for the rest of the game.
Okay.
But you need to do it to get the true ending. Or not the true ending. The Team Cherry says there is no true ending, but the ending that involves doing most of the game. I'm going to go back to Dirtmouth, unlock that fast travel spot, and get the health upgrade I forgot to get. And then we'll go do a bunch of optional stuff the actual 90% doesn't do, but that I need to do because I'm not a true gamer. Okay. We can also read some fan fiction if you want.
Okay.
Yep. This is Bretta's house. She's the beetle we rescued. She's got a mask shard for us. There we go. And you can see she's got a doll of us now.
Oh, good.
The white savior. The maiden woke in darkness. Confused, she reached out. Sharp brambles jabbed at all sides. Burning acid bubbled close below. What nightmare had led her here? What hope of survival remained? Doomed she thought herself, and to despair she fell, until a light bloomed far in the distance, a bright, glowing spot fast approaching. Swept majestic about the thorns, leapt above burning waters, and dove towards the maiden. Coming close, the form revealed at last, a beautiful being, sharp horns gleaming white, arms reached out for the damsel, gathering her up, grip firm.
Oh my.
Yes. She also usually hangs out on the bench over here now. So
oh, nice.
Next to her, and
that's good.
She starts blushing. Bugs. They're just like you and me. How many sharks do There's a hidden charm over here that is maybe the worst in the game.
Okay.
But to buy extra charm notches at that vendor, you need to have a certain amount of charms. So I'm gonna get it just to increase that number. Oh, I need some. I don't remember if there are any other charms I would be grabbing on this route. There's one I could grab down here, but it's a little annoying to get, so I won't. Why is there a cat all the way up there near the cat? There's...
Just needs a bird's eye view of the whole garage.
Yeah. So yeah, half of the City of Tears zone is kind of locked off when you first get there. You have to come in from the other way, and this is that other way. These big guys, if they hit you, deal double damage. So
ooh.
Try to avoid them as much as possible. Daisy, what the fuck?
Just coming back down.
Secret golden boy.
Oh my.
This guy just drops a lot of geo.
Are you coming back to my lap? There you go. There's a golden boy.
Yes, he just drops a good chunk of change.
It's like those guys in the golden suit in Yakuza 0.
Yes, very similar. So let's try not to lose that money. The any percent speed route does not get the double jump, but I am going to go get it now.
Okay.
Because it makes the last boss fight and one of the harder boss fights remaining much easier. It's one of the many like abilities that I'm gonna get that is not really necessary. There is like one place in the game you're supposed to need the double jump for, but you can bypass it by like just bouncing off some terrain with your down strike.
Ah.
Yep.
So we're going off to fight those 30 people now?
Yes. Okay. If I had a map, their locations would show up on my map. But once again, none of them are down here. This is the ancient basin. It's where the zones start getting kind of creepy.
Uh-huh.
The lack of music is
a
little unsettling. I'm also going to get a material to upgrade my weapon. There's one over here. We're going to meet up with one of our friends again. These guys are in a very annoying pattern right now. You can snipe me from there.
Rude. Just gonna get a highlight reel.
Yeah. Teaming up against me.
There's lots of zoning tech.
Yeah. It's on the ground. Alright. Our friend is over here.
Oh, hey.
She's scared.
No lesson.
But seeing us fight revives her fighting spirit.
That's good.
And she'll actually help you in a boss fight later on in the true ending route if you just help her there.
So she's like the Solaire.
Kind of, yeah. Oh, I might not have wanted to come down here. Okay, now that one's dead, it's probably fine. Okay.
Pale ore.
Pale ore, yes. You can take that to the nailsmith to upgrade your nail.
Okay.
Where's the way down? Go here. Debate me, coward!
I did see on Twitter today that apparently Steven Crowder lost a debate of sorts and that his lawsuit got dismissed.
Oh. Who was he suing this time?
I don't know. Somebody that apparently made some defamatory comments.
Okay. No, Steven. Alright, let's try to get some juice back before we go fight the boss in this area. dangerous areas, the benches start costing money. And this is what you need your dash for. Or one of the places you need your dash for. And of course they put that right there to get you. And now it's time for some annoying platforming. I like some of the platforming challenges in this game. Not a huge fan of the one we're about to go through. It's not really platforming, it's dodging a bunch of those guys.
Oh, okay.
They just sit there and puke. Sometimes on the ceiling. This one especially. Annoys me. You can't really kill him, and he will knock you into spikes.
Ah.
I don't need that key down there. This one's also pretty bad. Sometimes you can get up there. Alright, we're past the worst of it. If I stop impaling myself on tiny bugs, I'd be past the worst of it. Just sit there and smack my ass bad. And I want to get some soul back. Shortcut before you fight the boss, so you don't have to do that again.
Uh-oh.
Orange goo!
I think that's too much goo for that.
It definitely is. It's kind of oozing out.
Open this.
If he just does that spew attack a lot, he's not so bad. It can be hard to dodge, but having all the iframes from the fist attack helps.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have double jump. The Monarch wings. So I haven't shown it off yet because there's no need for it. That's the dream nail. You have to use it to get to the dreamers we saw earlier. But also, you start seeing ghosts around the kingdom, like and sort of like weird essences here. If I smacked this guy with the dream nail, I could fight like a super hard version of him that gives us essence. But we don't need to worry about essence in any %. There used to be a palace there. It's gone now. But you can get there on the 100% route for some insane platforming challenges that you need to do to get the best ending. Many stack stations have been opened. Again, I can travel the breadth of this kingdom. So many grand thoroughfares and old sideways I'd forgotten. Somewhere along the lines lies the Stagnus, the place where I was born and raised. Thought its location lost to my failing mind, but now I can almost remember the path. If you keep opening stack stations and beckoning me through them, perhaps I'll again find that nest. I'd like that very much. So, here. I think there's 2 stations left to unlock, but we're going to be skipping one of them, unfortunately. I'm going to get another ability they don't normally get in the any percent, the ability to swim in acid.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yes. Oh, I thought that was a platform I could be in to jump over. We're also going to fight everyone's favorite boss, beloved character. I'm not even joking. He's a very beloved character. With a funny name. Oh, I can sell my stuff to them. I might do that now. Oh, I should, on here I can upgrade my nail. Maybe. Yeah, I'll have enough to try sell stuff.
Velmi Artrit. Opal. Velmi Artrit. Opal. Velmi Artrit.
That's enough. I'll random them later. I can say the rest of what I got then. And we give him pale ore to get a better weapon.
Oh, nice.
And some money. The nailsmith here probably has one of the best side stories in the game. If you finish maxing out your nail damage, he goes outside and asks you to kill him because it's the last thing. The last thing he wanted in life was to create like a truly great weapon, and then to feel its bite. And you can hit him with it and kill him, but if you don't and just leave, later on you find out he's moved in with one of these NPCs who teaches you special nail moves.
Oh, cool.
And they're just hanging out, and the character is a painter, and the nailsmith has become like his model and muse.
Oh, that's
very
awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Despite the fact that I like the boss down here, I think the Royal Waterways might be my least favorite zone. It's just very cramped. Not very aesthetically interesting. It's definitely a departure from the other zones, but try to spend as little time here as possible. Also has these guys who make terrible noises.
Yeah.
Take forever to kill.
It's unpleasant.
They split in 2, and then you have to kill both split sections. The bus take forever to make life.
Yeah, seems annoying.
What do you think all this brown stuff is, Thomas?
I have an idea.
It's the Dung Defender.
Seems very jovial.
He is.
You can knock him out of.
Yeah, with the ground pound. It's too far away. There we go. And flies off in the background. If you come back here after you've knocked some sense into him, you can talk to him and learn a bit of history about this place. You find lore around the game about the 5 great knights of the kingdom, and he's one of the 5 great knights.
Nice.
The only one that's still alive.
Oh, okay. The poop has prolonged his life.
Yes.
Was it Dung Defenders?
Yes. He either defends the dung or he defends everyone else with dung. I think
Yeah.
both interpretations work. One of the other great knights, it's sort of the guy with the big armor who's the first boss you fight. But it's implied that that's not really him. It's just some other creature using his armor.
Okay. So it makes sense.
Somehow.
Giving the you defeat him, he falls out of the armor and has a tiny body.
Yeah. You hit stuff with the dream meal, you get soul.
Oh, okay.
Nice. It's hard to use during combat, though there are some good places to use it. But these stationary guys, you can just pound on them for free soul.
That's nice.
This is Isma, another of the great knights, who is either a corpse in a tree or she turned into a tree. But she gives you a tear that lets you go to acid.
Mask there.
She talks about Ogrim, who's the dung defender.
Oh, okay.
They were close. Oh, grubby.
Oh, is that the acid?
Yep, I can splash around in there now.
Nice.
And I need the ability to splash around for the next place I'm going. this weird lady just chilling in a house in the city. She's very happy to be the last person who hasn't like become a mindless husk in the city because she didn't like anyone else. So she just hangs out in her house all day and laughs.
Nice.
Should I try to get this? Sure, why not? No, because I'm already missing jumps. There's like a thing you can sell on top of the station, but there's like spikes and stuff you gotta dodge up there.
Ah.
Grubby. Just gotta remind myself the places I'm going. And look who we have here. This is the place she told us to meet her later if we want to do something cryptic.
Oh, okay.
No one in this game tells you, you know, straight up what you should do. She just got to test you one last time.
Ah.
This boss fight is kind of hard. I've gotten better at it, but...
Creating these hazards.
She will be able to do this in Silksong,
Okay.
provided it
When that comes out.
It's one of the big changes about in Silksong is Hornet has all these traps and tools she can use.
I was gonna say it's noteworthy that she has a weapon.
Yeah. Nice. Almost got her, but there's enough. All right, now Silksong has to come out because I beat her first round.
Yes.
We're about to go to the spookiest place in the game.
Ooh.
But first we have to go to
Looks like you went into a big maw.
Yes, the cast-off shell. There's a lot of lore stuff happening that is kind of obliquely explained. But now I have the King's brand. And the shell is collapsing. Oh, ouch. Sometimes you get hit there, sometimes you don't. I don't know if it's scripted. But whatever happens, Hornet rescues us. And I'm back at full health, so I don't know if that even counts as a real hit. I said those like sort of bugs that shoot crystals at you are one of the most annoying enemies in the game. These are the other contenders for that. They're not so bad here, but there's an arena where you fight like waves of enemies, and they're real bad there. Very difficult to deal with. Those projectiles just feel like they home in on you. If I ever try to refine this route and go faster, the next step is probably the first thing I'll cut out, because it's not super necessary. It just makes like the remaining 2 hard bosses in this run much easier. So I usually go get this. It doesn't take too long, just like, I don't know. You have to do the Hornet fight and then come do this. So maybe 20 minutes to half an hour total. But it's also a cool zone. This is where the King's brand. This is the only thing it does. It opens up this door here.
Oh, okay.
Read some lore. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Our pure vessel has ascended. Beyond lies only the refuse and regret of its creation. We shall enter that place no longer. The abyss.
The abyss. Oh my.
This is as down as it gets.
You fight Artorias.
Yep. This game actually does have a boss fight that's kind of very Artorias-ish.
Nice.
These look the same as the ghost that spawns when you die, except the ones down here deal 2 damage to you, so we got to be a little careful. I don't know if they ever stop spawning here either. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see that. There's quite a few of them.
Yep. I think we're in the clear. Okay. We turn on this lighthouse. And the light has banished them.
Oh, okay.
And now we can cross this sea.
In this.
Yeah. It's not somewhat similar to the Chozo statues in Metroid, but
Yeah.
a little upsetting. Now we have the Shade Cloak. It gives your dash the ability to move through things.
Oh, okay.
Normally you get hit by these, but you just dash through. Also works on bosses and monsters and stuff, which is the reason I'm down here.
Mm-hmm.
This is also a big part of the 100% completion run. You have to come down here to do lore shenanigans, but this is where I normally visit.
Mm-hmm.
But we're in the end game now anyway. Oh, did I get the egg? Okay, yes. There's 4 items in the game called arcane eggs, and they're the most valuable thing you can sell to the item guy.
Oh, okay.
There's one down there where you get the Shade Cloak.
Nice. Now you gotta find your way back up.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of not super hard platforming, but just gotta be patient and not run into spikes or little bug guys. I can do that. I think we're almost there. There we go. There's Hornet. Bye. I think she gives us a pep talk, but we don't need a pep talk. We're already great. Okay, now we can start hunting down dream people.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to just do this. It's faster. Just zoom. I think if I sell everything I have, I can buy upgrades. I'm gonna go check that out. Because it'd be nice to have before we fight a bunch of bosses. Well, 3 bosses. There are 3 bosses left in the game.
Okay.
Velmi Ardred. Velmi Ardred. Velmi Ardred. Sun Gian. Velmi Ardred.
Go visit Grubfather too. He probably has
Velmi
some
Ardred.
money for me.
Velmi Ardred.
He gives you money for children.
Delka.
It's a great bargain.
Is there like an internal cooldown on your shadow dash?
Yeah, you see, when you dash, those kind of black particles around you.
Oh, I see.
Once they go back into you, you can shadow dash again.
Okay.
Oh, hitting enemies also resets your ability to jump and dodge in the air. I don't know if I ever
that's
called that
nice.
out.
Geo.
I picked up a key. That's the key to his storeroom.
Geo.
Huh.
That gives you more stuff to buy from him.
Nice.
If I have enough money left over, I might be able to buy the ability to upgrade my fireball. I'm actually a little short of getting the mask. But going to Grubfather should maybe clear that up. I haven't been as good about picking up Geo as I thought I had been. Oh, also now the crossroads here are infected.
Oh, oh dear. Yeah, infected crossroads.
Fortunately, the grubs are fine.
That's good.
Makes this room much more of a pain to navigate because now those guys will drop shit on you. It's just an egg or a pet or something. Yeah. Okay. We'll have to get the health upgrade later. Yes. He has an extremely elegant key for an extremely elegant door. Nope. I don't need to do that. He's right there. Okay. We're gonna go here. I said there were 3 bosses left. I accidentally forgot about one. 1 because he's optional and not important, and 2 because he's not really a boss. He's one of those, like, he's really just like a big enemy.
Okay.
And also we've fought him before. Or, like, another boss that's exactly like him. This is where we're taking the key. Usually I do this earlier, but I forgot about it. It's this guy again.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't actually change, I don't think, but he does summon a bunch of ads this time. That's what makes this fight a bit harder. But not that hard. And there's a snail here. Some sort of fucked up science experiment. But he is going to power up our fireball.
Oh,
for
nice.
releasing him from whatever weird bondage activities were happening here. Alright, and now we're gonna go meet our first dreamer, Lurian the Watcher.
Okay.
It's also maybe the hardest one to deal with.
Okay.
So it'll be nice to get him out of the way. This is actually the fastest one. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, this isn't. So as long as I don't get harassed by tiny flies, it's not so bad. So there's only one spot in the game where you're supposed to need the double jump to advance. It's right here.
Okay.
But if you're good, which I am not, you can actually bounce off of that and get up there without the double jump.
Interesting.
But I've never been able to do it consistently. I've done it like 2 or 3 times in hundreds of attempts.
How many times have you done it, Daisy?
Daisy's a pretty hardcore gamer. I've heard the slurs she uses when she's playing Fortnite.
Oh God, Daisy, can you floss dance? Oh, victory royale. Daisy, how do you feel about Tomato Town? Or Loot Lake?
I didn't even know about Loot Lake. Tomato Town was the only part of that song I knew. Okay. Now here's some annoying bullshit I gotta deal with. Gotta kill this guy. If you remember right, if you remember when I mentioned they deal double damage.
Yeah.
So we're gonna... Only if they hit you with the sword. If you just, like, run into them, it's just 1 damage.
That's...
But, okay. He's down. But, those fights can go south pretty quick.
Uh-huh.
Back to my bench. I've got shortcuts open because we're about to do the hardest boss in this run.
Oh, good.
Harder than the last boss, harder than the second Hornet fight. Sort of this game's version. Ornstein and Sma is probably the closest comparison.
Oh, okay.
We're also gonna draw a parallel to Dark Souls. What is it, the Abyss Legion in Dark Souls 3?
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be the most similar point of reference.
Okay.
But look, there's a secret way to make it a little easier. A little easier. Launcher, nice. That's the last one.
It's triumphant keystroke there.
Now you should tell me you got more money so we don't have to worry. Oh, I do need a bit more money. But not much more. Time to break some statues on a long elevator ride. And here's Lurian the Watcher.
Oh, okay.
talk to them for lore, but we're gonna skip that.
And wail on them instead.
Yep.
There's one down.
Yep. The other two aren't as bad because they don't have as tough a boss fight.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them doesn't even have a boss fight. Take that elevator. Normally you have to fight 6 of the Watcher Knights during that fight, but if you break that chandelier before the fight starts, you only have to fight 5.
Oh, okay.
Which is nice, because they're pretty tough. Gonna buy that last health upgrade I need. I'm gonna go track down Amonamon the teacher.
Amonamarth?
Amonamarth the teacher. You can learn such things from them.
A new head.
Yep. And 7 should be enough for the rest of the round.
Nice. How many can you get?
9 total.
Oh, okay.
Also, for some reason, there are jellyfish here. Even though they are not bugs.
Yeah.
There's sort of a reason given for that. There's also possibly a reason outside the game for that. Some of the early trailers for Hollow Knight have an underwater section. And this game doesn't actually have any underwater sections, so it's possible that got scrapped sometime after they had made like a zone with kind of an underwater theming and jellyfish enemies.
Mm-hmm.
But the in-game reason is that someone's been doing some weird, fucked up science experiments.
Mm.
Oh, you see these barriers around, and you can use your shadow dash to get past them. You don't need to use that to get here. There's another way to go that involves acid, but since I have the shadow dash, I might as well go this way. A lot of the big orange explosions in this area will deal double damage to you. It's especially the giant jellyfish. If you kill them, that orange core survives and will home in on you to mess up your day. All right. First things first. We gotta rescue the room. For good luck. Here's that NPC.
Oh yeah.
We met early in the game. He's about to help us out a bit.
Teacher's archives.
I probably shouldn't die here, but just in case. Generally, I tried not to bet against me fucking up.
Oh, I got a big jellyfish. Umu.
Very Metroid-esque.
Yeah.
One of the most direct Metroid references. So, I can't damage Umu.
You need missiles.
Yeah, I do. His, or its, I guess, big jelly body I just can't deal with. But, we're about to get some help.
Ah.
Get out of the wall. I need to hit you with a sword. So most of this fight is just dodging his attacks until your own softens him up for you. If you get up. Anything else that helps because you can get some souls. Yes, yes. Oh, I thought it was doing that attack. I always get the one attack you want to be moving as quick as possible. The other you want to not move. That's one stuff. Move a lot. Okay. 1 health again.
Nice.
But we've saved Planet Zebes from the Metroid menace.
That's good. You can save the animals.
Yes. If by animals you mean bugs, then a few.
I guess they count as animals.
Alright. Tank. So as you talk to Quirrell throughout the game, he starts feeling deja vu and like memories of this place, and he realizes he lived here before. He was Monomon here's apprentice.
Ah, okay.
And he helps you break the seal here. There's some suggestions that Monomon wants you to do what you're doing.
Ah, okay.
Break the seals and change the fate of the kingdom.
And Monomon's the jellyfish. Oh no,
Yes.
Monomon's the teacher.
Yeah, this
the
is
jellyfish
Monomon.
is Umu.
Monomon did create it, though.
Yeah.
And they do seem to be part jellyfish,
It's
maybe?
true, yeah.
Alright, there's 2 down. forgot to refill your health after you deal with a dreamer. Okay, one more dreamer. So this is the Queen's Garden acid skip, or it would be if I didn't have the ability to swim in acid. This is like the hardest skip in the speedrun. So normally you can't swim under here for the skip. So what speedrunners do is jump off here, dash into the wall, grab it, and do like a crystal dash under this. It's very frame tight. I can't really show it off because once I get close to the water, I go into swim.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah. But then also you have to go through a late game area on your way to where you're going next. So it's a lot of tricky stuff. I honestly have almost as much trouble going through this area as I did like trying to pull off the skip. Oh, and Cloth is here.
Nice.
This is where the boss she helps you with exists, but we're not going to be fighting that boss.
Oh, okay. Just passing through.
Yeah. The mantis is here. Very annoying. And I am going to go grab a bench for safety. Oh, I haven't talked about this because I don't think we've bumped into any of them, but after you get the dream nail, you can just find these ghosts hanging around. And you can smack them with your dream nail, but you only get one, like, essence, which is nothing. And they're gone forever, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
I think they're all backer characters as well from the Kickstarter.
Okay.
There's our map friend.
So sitting on a bench doesn't seem to restore your soul.
No.
Just your health.
It doesn't. There's if you get every charm in the game, Salubra gives you an ability that does recharge your soul once you sit on a bench.
Oh, okay.
But there's a lot of charms, so we're not going to be doing that. These enemies aren't that hard, but in this area, they're very annoyingly placed.
Oh, I didn't even see that guy.
I just need to hit that lever. Go back to the bench. It's a bit quicker now because I have no shortcut. Yes. These are the Queen's Gardens. This is where the Queen of Hellenist spent most of her time, and you can go meet her if you want.
Oh, okay.
She helps you out with the 100% route. Or true ending route. Another part where I find just go fast is better than trying to deal with everything.
Yeah.
So we can stop. Oh, I can't. This is the best bench in the game, but you need money to access it, and I don't have enough.
No.
If you spend money and get the bench, when you sit on the bench, a little loudspeaker pops down and plays the game's theme song.
Oh, nice.
Okay. We'll have to pass it by. And get hit by enemies. It's a little tricky to tell. This is another dark room.
Yeah.
This is definitely one I would not be able to navigate just by memory. And honestly, navigating it, even with the light, is tricky. Oh, I don't need to go there. There's just a goofy-ass NPC in there.
Okay.
So we'll go say hi anyway. This is a mask maker. He makes masks, but there's not a lot of like living people left in the kingdom, so he's just doing his thing. This is Deep Nest now, where we're at. One of the spookiest areas. Full of spiders.
Yeah.
Also, spikes everywhere that are hard to see. It's possible to get trapped in Deep Nest very early.
Oh, yeah.
The game fakes you out with a collapsing floor in a place where you're not really expecting it. It's a fun moment. But if you can successfully navigate Deep Nest that early, you can get some fun stuff. All right. Hey, some friendly people.
Yeah.
Greetings. You're very tired. Sit and rest. Friends, welcome. Finally, some hospitality. All right, I guess I'll just...
Uh-oh.
Yep. You never find out what made that roaring noise.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's places in Hollow Knight, as much as I love the game, I think you can kind of feel that they reached a point where they were kind of out of resources and the game needed to just come out. And the fact that there's not a boss fight here, I think, is one of those.
Okay.
So they kind of replaced it with this sort of tricky section where you have to deal with these tough enemies in cramped quarters. And Deep Nest is still, I think, appropriately unsettling. But I would like to have seen a boss down here. Oh, didn't even see this guy. This is the Beast's Den. We're trying to find Hera the Beast, the last dreamer.
Yeah.
There's a grub around here. Right here! Deep Nest is where a lot of the grub mimics are.
Oh, okay.
But none of the Beast Den, unfortunately. here's Hera the Beast. Hera does have a secret we're about to learn, even if we just smack her with our nail. There's the last mask. All right. Here's Hornet, because Hera is Hornet's mom.
Oh, okay.
Part of her bargain for accepting becoming one of the Dreamers was that the King of Halonest would have a child with her, and that's Hornet.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So she's royalty.
She is. I think in the like the Kickstarter or something, they even called her the Princess Protector of Halonest, which I guess is kind of a spoiler, but I mean, they said it, not me. Oops. The quickest way to get out of the bed. I think it might be this way. Yeah. Gotta make sure I have enough geo for the ride out. I like that you can see the masks of whatever these things were.
Huh.
Who knows where they are now. And Deed Nest is very spiderish, and Hornet is part spider.
Oh, okay.
You can find remains of a group of spiders called the Weavers, who are supposed to be, I think, a pretty big part of Silksong whenever it comes out.
Okay.
Especially since that game's all hornety.
I guess I could explain why she uses a needle. She uses a thread
Yes.
that she weaves from her abdomen, seemingly.
I guess it was another thing that got cut because the game had to come out. But at one point there was lore that she was also trained by the queen of the bee people in this game.
Oh, okay.
You can still go visit the bee area, but there's not too much to do down there.
It's an optional area.
Yeah. They added some DLC to flesh out the bee area in one of the free updates.
Oh,
but
okay.
It's still kind of pretty off the beaten path, and there's no like move upgrades or special abilities down there.
Yep.
Let's see.
Last bench.
Yep. I was debating if I want to go get a notch shard or a notch socket or whatever they call it. Yeah, I think I'm fine.
A Hollow Knight.
Yep. Finally, title drop.
Namesake.
Playing bad now. I dashed because I thought I was gonna have to dodge the attack, but I staggered him.
Oh.
So I just ended up dashing into him.
Oh.
Oh god, I have 1 health left. Didn't notice. There we go. The Hollow Knight is kind of designed to be easier than you would expect by design because it's not the true final boss.
Yeah.
And it's sort of only the first, gosh, maybe the first 4th or 5th of the actual final boss.
Oh, wow.
But that's for another stream.
Oh, okay. The rest of it is for
The true ending stream, which we could do eventually if we have another that we want to do. If you're curious to see the other stuff in the game, but here's the any % ending. You take the Hollow Knight's place, sealing up whatever was sealed inside it. But that was Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me do a special Halloween stream.
Yeah.
I'm always down for playing the bug game.
Yeah, it was nice. Nice checking it out. I might keep it installed on my computer and check it out when I have free time.
Yeah. Welcome to it. Hopefully Hollow Knight comes out sometime in the 2020s. Or Silk Song.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm.
God, when did this come out?
2017, I think.
Oh, okay. I thought it might have been earlier than that, but okay.
2016 or 2017. I think the Kickstarter was like 2012. And it
Okay.
took about 5 years.
Cool.
And then Silk Song was announced like early 2019.
Oh, okay.
But I guess they announced it like very early because originally one of the stretch goals for Hollow Knight was that they would have a mode where you could play as Hornet.
Yeah.
But when they started to try to implement that, they realized that just due to Hornet's size, she didn't really feel good moving around.
Oh,
in the
okay.
environment. So they ended up just like deciding to make a whole other game with her.
Okay.
And I guess if you kickstarted the game, you will get Silk Song for free if you're still alive.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole level's Hollow Knight. I'm surprised you can play through it that quickly.
I've played it a lot. It's one of those games, like, if I can't sleep or if I'm just bored and want to hit stuff with a sword, I just boot it up and play for a bit.
Nice.
And I do kind of still want to do streams where I just do attempts of the Pantheon of Hallownest, but we have to find a good excuse for that.
Yeah, we could do that sometime.
Mm-hmm.
I like that idea.
Sure. See if I can get that last achievement before the sequel comes out.
Yeah. Maybe once we
Like
finally get some definitive info on Silk Song.
Yeah. It'll be a Switch 2 launch title.
Yeah.
I don't think I can skip the credits.
That's alright.
Unfortunately. They're not super long. A lot of them are just like special thanks, because most of this game was made by like 3 people. 2 or 3.
Small team.
And they haven't staffed up at all since then. That's part of
That would probably might explain.
They have like I know I mentioned that there's like places in the game where you can tell corners were cut, and I imagine they want to avoid that as much as possible.
Yeah.
Silk Sun.
Don't want a Lost Islith situation.
Yeah. Game completion. How long did it take? 42%. 2 hours.
Just over 2.5 hours, just like you said. Yeah, it's 11:23 right now, so
Sure.
we got it in before Halloween was over.
At least on Pacific time.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we'll be back tomorrow for unlock Steel Soul mode if you want to play the version where if you die, you die.
That's permadeath. Nice.
There's a couple achievements for Steel Soul mode, but they're easy to cheese because you can just quit out if you're afraid of dying.
Oh, that's
It'll
good.
Just drop you at the last bench you sat on.
Nice. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with something else. It's pretty spooky.
Yes, there's vampires, werewolves, maybe a Sasquatch.
Yeah, it's a whole.
Bride of Frankenstein.
It's a whole mash, I guess you could say. Or a bash, or a smash.
Monster Smash. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh.